Welcome to our third episode of the webinar series AlumilCAL Tips and Tricks. This webinar series are brought to you by Alumil Academy in cooperation with the AlumilCAL department. I'm Vasilis Kerestezis and I'm going to be your host for this webinar. In the backstage, Panagiotis Christostomidis and Christos Karanikolas will answer any question you might have regarding this webinar. But first of all, let's see how you will make those questions. In the bottom, you might see there is a Q&A button. You will click on this and then a pop-up screen will appear. In the pop-up screen, you will write your question inside the box, and after that you will click Set button and we will receive your question. So, enough with the introduction and let's start building typologies. As we said, today we will build S700 sliding systems. Let's select S700. Here you can see that we have subsystem, continuous or narrow sash. For the first typology I would select continuous sash profile. And for the rule package we have the standard bottom rail or the flat bottom rail. Let's select standard for bottom rail. Here we have some system preferences. Alumil standard, Alumil standard 3 sash 3 track. Those two I have made them for this webinar, but for the first typology let's use the one that is already inside your installations, the standard one. The first typology, grid 1 by 1. We will explain later what is this grid. And the total width 350 to 50 for the height, and then we should select the typology. For the first typology, I want to build a 2 sash with fly screen, so I will need 2 sashes and 3 tracks. The third track will be used for the fly screen. In the screen, we should select the application of each track, so the first one can be only glass, the second only glass, and the third one can be glass or fly screen. Glass if we want to make 3 sash 3 tracks, and the fly screen for our typology. Then we will select the position of each sash. We can make it like this or like this, and the position for the fly screen. Last one is the direction. Let's make them all movable, and here is a checkbox, fly screen not on piece list. What is this? This checkbox is doing? If you click this checkbox, you will get the correct frame for the fly screen, but in the piece list you will not get any accessory or profile that is related with the fly screen sash. For this presentation we will not select it. So the sash inside we can select also if we want reinforcement. Let's go without reinforcement, and you can see here the fly screen typology with the cross section. Let's move to the glass. For the glass we have already some insulating glass units. Let's select this one with thickness 30, and then we should select the fly screen one. Here we can select without, or we can create a single glass that we will call it fly screen mesh. Remember that the software cannot calculate the accessory fly screen mesh, so it understands that this is a glass. Here is the hardware, the rollers, the recirculation plate, the tension spring, and the child safety device. This one is for the fly screen, so let's put that bilateral. The lock, we have standard or with mushroom lock. Let's select the standard one. Striking plates, be careful here, because after we select the main striking plates we have another striking plate that it is the additional locking, and this is the third striking plate on this lock. So let's select without, and then for the handle, black and black. Next is sash number 2, again the same. I will do it fast. Additional locking no, handle, black accept. If you see, the height of the handle is locked because it is lift and slide, so we cannot move the handle. Finish, and we are done with our first typology. Now let's move to our next one. For the next one, we will use the narrow sash, and for this one I will use my presets. So I have standard and high. Let's put the high version. You see that I have a narrow sash, flat, and Alumil high. Again, one by one, 350, 250. You will see that now it will go very, very fast. 2, and let's make it 2 by 2. I have to select nothing now because everything is preset, only the glass, because I didn't put anything in the project preferences. So again, insulating glass, let's use this one, accept. And for the lock, again, since I have system preferences, the only thing that the software asks me is the additional locking. So I can say with or without. Let's again select without and without, accept, and you will see also that the height now is different than the previous one because we have the flat. And this was our second typology with flat, and we used the system preferences, and you could see how faster it was done. The third one, let's do it with 3 sash and 3 tracks. Continuous sash, since we cannot build it with narrow sash, and standard bottom rail. Okay, a new one. I will select this, but here I will select 3 sash, 3 track in order to get directly the proper profiles. Again, one by one. Let's make it a little bit bigger this time. 50. And here 3, but by 3. You remember previously that I selected fly screen. Now I will select glass. And again, no click, nothing, everything preset. Only the glass, insulating 30mm, accept. And for the hardware, only thing that I have to select now is the additional lock, none, and the middle sash lock, because this is something that I cannot preset. Accept, finish, and we have our 3 sash 3 track construction with a continuous sash profile and the standard bottom rail. So up to this point we haven't done something strange, something fancy. We just did a 2 sash with fly screen, and then a 2 sash 2 track, and then 3 sash 3 track. Maybe the only new thing that you have seen here is how we create sliding with a fly screen with a, let's say, new way. But let's do now something really really new that a lot of people asking how to do it, and this is the monorail typologies. So let's start again a new position, S700, and continuous, standard, and let's select this preference. And here we have to pay attention. In S700 we cannot build all monorail typologies with any subsystem or package combination. We have to be careful, we have to advise the catalog. So for example, if I want to make a monorail with the fixed sash outside and the glazing mid reversed and the sliding sash inside, this is the correct combination that I should select. And we will see later what will happen if I try to build a position that it is not available. So one by one, 350 by 250, and here in my free selection I will make 2 lifts and 2 tracks. 2 lifts, the one will be the fixed and the other one will be the sliding. So let's do something that it will be wrong. Let's say that I wanted to make fixed inside, sliding outside. we have to click here in order to get the monorail, otherwise I will get a fixed sash, not monorail. And let's click OK. We will see that there is no hardware for the selected configuration. This means that according to the configuration continuous sash profile and standard monorail, we cannot make a position with the fixed inside and the sliding outside. But we can make the fixed outside, the sliding inside. Don't forget to click here, otherwise you will get a fixed sash, not the monorail frame. Save, and here we are, everything in place. Glass, insulating glass unit, let's put our glass next. And for the hardware, because of the preset, I have only to select the additional locking, none, accept. Now what if we want to create a sliding outside and fixed inside? This is another combination, and this should be done with 700, narrow sash, not continuous sash, and flat bottom rail, not standard bottom rail. Let's select the Alumil standard here, 1 by 1, 350 by 250, and here we are again 2 by 2, sliding outside, fixed inside, glazing frame inside, and we can select either with reinforcement or without reinforcement. Let's put it with reinforcement this time. Here is our section, beautiful, and the glass, $30mm. Again, the additional locking, accept, finish position, and here we are. So we have monorail with fixed outside, monorail with fixed inside, dedicated configuration for each typology. What about now making a fixed inside, sliding outside, and then fixed inside? Let's see how we will do it. We will select the 700, narrow, flat bottom rail, 1 by 1. Let's make it 450 and 250. And now here we will say 3 leaves but 2 tracks. And here we will have our slider, inside, inside, glazing in frame inside. And here now you will see that we will have our strange configuration with the sash apart, as we call it. Accept. No, I need a glass. Don't forget it. Insulated glass, 30mm. Here, since my set was for normal sliding and not for the apart, I have to select again the lock, the pull handle, and everything is in place. So we did now 3 different monorail constructions, and we can move with the corner, how we can build 90-degree corners. Again, piece of cake, new position, S700, or I can go from favorite, continuous, and go here. So here we will see how we can use now the grid. Till now we were inputting 1 by 1, but now I should put 2 if we want to make just 1 corner, or make it more complex, 3. So we will make either a zigzag Z, or we can make a P, Greek P. Our total width, let's just make it everything automated. Stop, we don't move next, because we have here to set up the corners. Here is a bottom LSDR corner, So we click it, we select the emulsion, let's make it outer corner, master will be here, left and inside track, and for the other emulsion, again outer corner, let's make it the right one, and don't forget we have to make it outside, inside, outside, or outside, inside. Close. Next one, and now we will build our constructions 2x2 or 3x3. Be careful, we cannot make 2 tracks and on the other side 3 tracks. This is impossible in the software. We can make the same tracks for the complete construction. So 2x2, we will place the sashes, 2x2, we will place the sashes again, and 2x2. Now the mullions are automatically, because we don't have any selection, everything is automated. So here is our construction. This is what I called P. You could close it either as well, but you will finish and start and finish with a frame, right? So again, glazing. Let's put our insulating glass, accept. The U value is because we don't have any calculations for the corner mullions. So again, the additional locking, and here now we should select the lock for the corner. And this is for the second one. Accept. Next insertion. Why we didn't put anything here? This is because we have this is this master and this master sash. So those two are the slave sashes, and the hardware was added together with the master, like here you will see. So this is for the master one, and this is for the slave one, for this one. So you don't need to select it here, you will select it on the master sash, on the master side. Next insertion. Finish, and voila, we have our 3-part corner construction. So easy, so fast. And that's all constructions that we would like to show you in this webinar. So that's all for today. We would like to thank you for watching our webinar. Stay tuned for the next webinars. The next topic will be quick and easy construction of curtain walls with AlumilCAL. It will be held on 23rd of June 2021. As I said, thank you for watching it. We will stay muted for the next few minutes. You will be able to ask any question you have related to the webinar you just watched. My colleagues will be very glad to answer all the questions, and if you have more questions to ask, you can contact us directly to the email support@alumilcal.com. This webinar will be uploaded later today in our YouTube channel, and also in the alumil.com registration page. You will see that you will be able to view the webinar. Thank you very much, and see you to the next webinar. Until then, keep safe and healthy. Goodbye.